Tinubu are in the UK on a 2-day visit. On the front page of the Punch, Nigeria and Britain set for fresh security alliance. Tinubu pushes for fresh security path at state banquet. President meets British PM today. President says Nigeria poised to play bigger role in Commonwealth. Ends on Nigeria's link with UK health system. UK gave me refuge, police protection during military rule, Tinubu tells Monarch. Nigerian students arrested with 49 million cocaine in South Africa and 24 billion naira public project abandoned in state. Medicine shortages loom amid U.S.-Iran conflict. Imported petrol undercuts local supply by 94 naira. An highway danger, or your students beg FEMA for speed breakers. And Sultan declares Friday Eid. Police, NSCDC mobilize.
And on the Nation newspaper headline this morning, prompt splendor marks hosting of Tinubu, wife by King Charles. Economic strong enough to withstand global shocks. 80 terrorists crushed by troops in Borno night bombing. NSIA UK firm seals $496 million diary farming dues. No going back on March 9 convention, says Wike-backed PDP. And that's all I have on the Nation newspaper this morning.
Now take a look at Nigerian Tribune. Weakest PDP factions meet, says convention date sacrosanct. I have not moved from PDP, Bauchi governor. Sultan confirms Friday as Eid for 3. Malam Fatori battle, military kills 80 ISWAP members in Borno, take ownership of fight against Boko Haram. ISWAP CDS tells Borno. Yobe people. Wait, is it the CDS that's in the UK? Because we saw all of the pictures. The chief defense. Okay, that's the Minister of Defense. Okay, Chief of Defense Staff. Okay, let me not miss all of this together, because I know the Minister of Defense is in the UK as the President visits the United Kingdom. So the Chief of Defense saying Borno Yobe people should take ownership of fight against Boko Haram. For more on that story, we'll look in it on the Nigerian Tribune this morning.
And taking us through the Guardian newspaper this morning, AU rallies support against terrorism as CDS decries enemies within. Tinubu King Charles hold interfaith dialogue, the open ties. Ramadan ends today as Saudi Arabia Sultan declares Friday Eid al-Fitr. NAS calls for better funding, merit-based leadership in facilities. FRSC cautions transport unions, motorists on road safety. And that's all I have on Guardian newspaper headline this morning.
Now, bringing it to Daily Trust, our new BVN rules, we curb fraudulent transactions. Kano government clears Emir Sanusi for Salah Doba. Man loses 4 sons to Maiduguri explosion. Iran war crude oil price inches to $110 per barrel. Adopters of FCT communities members send account details for ransom. Jostle for Kwara governorship intensifies while Bala Muhammad foot drags on defection.
Good morning. From Vicinity FM 95.3. Good
morning. Now to the details of this stories this morning. I begin with the Daily Trust newspaper. On the Daily Trust, Labour Party fixes May 23 for presidential primary The National Executive Council (NEC) of Labour Party has fixed May 23 for its presidential primary. Senior Special Advisor to the interim national chairman, Ken Asogwa, made this known in a statement on Wednesday in Abuja. Asogwa said this was part of the approved timetable for the conduct of the party's primary elections ahead of the 2027 general elections. It said the timetable was fixed at a statutory NEC meeting observed by Independent National Electoral Commission. Asogwa said the party, in compliance with the Electoral Act and INEC guidelines, also approved April 15 for submission of membership register to INEC.
And on the Nation newspaper, no going back on March 9 convention, says Wike-backed PDP. There is no going back on the national convention scheduled for Abuja on the March 9. The People Democratic Party National Caretaker Committee said yesterday. The Abdurrahman Mohammed-led interim committee, which enjoys the backing of Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike, clarified that the push for reconciliation in the party would not affect its preparations for the exercise. Following the appeal court judgment that voided the controversial Ibadan Convention organized by the Turaki Makinde faction and dismantled the illegal National Working Committee, the Caretaker Committee unfolded plans for the Abuja Convention. The Caretaker Publicity Secretary, Jagunda Muhammad, said the Turaki faction had been informed that the convention is a no-go area, adding that irrespective of the peace moves, the exercise must hold.
And why Bala Muhammad Foods drags on defection? The governor of Bauchi State, Bala Muhammad, is yet to defect to the All Progressives Congress because he's yet to quote a deal with the party. A reliable source within the ruling party, as a top official of the APC, said the party has not entered into any deal with the Bauchi governor over the defection, even though it has been speculated that he is joining the party. The source insisted that as far as the party is concerned, no consultations have been held with either the governor or his associates on the matter, maintaining that most of the issues have remained within the realm of speculation.
And on the Nation newspaper, 80 terrorists crushed by troops in Borno night bombing. Troops of Operation Adinkai, supported by the Nigeria Air Force yesterday, recorded another major success against insurgents in the first battle in Borno State. No fewer than 80 insurgents, including 3 high-profile commanders, were neutralized by group troops with air support from the NAF. The battle, according to the Operation Adinkai spokesperson, Lieutenant Colonel Sani Uba, took place at Malam Fatori in Abadam local government area. Uba gave the names of the killed commander as Abdurrahman Gobara. Other insurgents eliminated include Zakawi and many others. The Malam Fatori operations came hours before the Chief of Defense Staff, Wahid Shoubu, joined Inspector General of Police Tide Diso in Maiduguri in compliance with the directive of Bola Ahmed Tinubu for Secretary Chief to relocate to the state after Monday multiple site attack, which left 23 persons dead and 108 injured.
Man loses 4 sons to Maiduguri explosions. A man lost 4 sons to the Monday multiple explosions. The Rock Maiduguri, the Borno State capital. A blast which occurred at the gate of the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, the Monday Market roundabout, and the post office area left about 27 people dead and many others injured. A trader, Usman Lawan, yesterday narrated how his neighbor Bao Musa, who lives at Gwanje Sabunlai, lost 4 sons to the incident. Said the deceased children were caught up in the explosion when they went to buy eyeglasses for the Salah celebration. Speaking to correspondents during Vice President Kashim Shetima's visit to the University Teaching Hospital, he narrated that he had just bought them clothes and shoes for the Salah celebration. Such a very sad one there. The story is on the Daily Trust.
And on the Guardian newspaper this morning, FRSC cautions transport unions, motorists on the road safety. Federal Road Safety Corps, Ogun Sector Command has cautioned transport unions and motorists on road safety rules to ensure a crash-free iftar celebration in the state. This warning came during a public enlightenment rally on road safety campaign by the command in Abeokuta, which aligned with directives from the national headquarters to sensitize the motoring public on the necessity for safe driving habits during and after the festive period. During the rally, FRSC personnel met with the transport unions, distributed safety flyers, and used megaphone to engage directly with drivers and commuters at the park, ensuring that road safety messages reached the heart of the motoring community. The sector commander, Akinwumi Fashakin, while leading the exercise, said commanded with the sector command headquarters and culminated at the busy Pansheke Motor Park, said the campaign was imperative to save lives during the celebration.
Adopters of FCT communities members send account details for ransom communities. Residents of Konga Bokun and Baze True communities in the Bazin district on the outskirts of Kuba Bar area council have narrated their horrific experiences following successive attacks by a gang of kidnappers. In operations occurring just a week apart, at least 16 persons were adopted across 3 separate incidents. During the raids, the bandits reportedly stole cooking pot and oil before sending an account number to the victim's family to demand ransom payment. And in Kugambokun, Daily Trust reports that gunmen attacked the home of a retired military captain and adopted his 3 children. They also raided a nearby poultry farm, killing a security guard before adopting 3 farm workers. And more of this is on the Daily Trust.
And on the Guardian newspaper, NAS calls for better funding merit-based leadership in universities. The Nigeria Academy of Science has called on government at all levels to significantly increase investment in the scientific research, innovation and development, reminding that science and technology are essential drivers of national growth and sustainable development. The group noted that the countries that have achieved sustained economic growth and technological competitiveness has done so through deliberate long-term investment in science and strong research institutions. It highlighted the need of investment in science to extend beyond funding projects to include human resources, capacity building, research infrastructure, and strong institutional system that underpin effective research and innovation.
And still on Daily Trust, well, let's take this brief break before we return to some of the stories on our dailies this morning.
Good morning. Good morning. From Vicinity FM 95.3. Good morning. àkókò ìsẹ́ra ẹni fáwọn ọmọ ẹlẹ́yìn kristi mìíràn ló tún wọlé dé fọ́dún 2026 yìí ìdí rẹ̀ tí ìgbìmọ̀ àsìkò lẹ́yìn tí àtàjíǹde ti lè ṣe Vicinity 95.3 FM ìkejì ilé ìjẹ̀ṣà ṣe ń pe gbogbo ọmọ lẹ́yìn jésù kristi tòótọ́ gbogbo níjọ lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ nínú ìjọ àwọn ẹgbẹ́ kánù àtúwádásí tọlọ́run lè ṣe wà níyàn nípa sísọ ń gbọ̀pọ̀ àwọn ètò gbogbo lásìkò lẹ́ǹtì yìí bíi ìwàásù lẹ́ǹtì ọ̀rọ̀ àjíǹde kókó ìsẹ́ra ẹni àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ẹ lè pe alága ìgbìmọ̀ àjíǹde òkú lẹ́ǹtì nílé iṣẹ́ wa yìí ọláyínká ọlásùnbọ̀ sórí 0903-337-1818 láti lè mọ bó ti ṣe ń lọ 0903-337-1818 owó ìdákọ̀mú ni o àjíǹde àgbẹ̀ gbogbo wa o.
Jésù máa tóbi yéye, ìfẹ́ ńlá rẹ̀ sí mi yéye, mi ò mà mọ ohun tó rí nínú mi, tó fi fira rẹ̀ ṣe rúbẹ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. N ó ròyìn fẹ́rẹ̀ káàdì gbogbo, ó máa ṣe olóore, ẹ̀rù rárí bí àmàta. Ikú Jésù ló máa wá ṣẹ̀rù gbọ̀mọ̀ òṣè. Rárí bí àmàta.
Music. Sports. Entertainment. Politics. All on your darling station, Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile, Ijesha.
Good morning. Good morning.
from Vicinity FM 95.3.
Good morning.
And welcome back. Thank you for sticking with Vicinity 95.3 FM this morning. Still on our top stories in the dailies. And now to Oba of Benin suspends palace queens and chiefs. The Oba of Benin, Oba Iwere II, has sanctioned palace queens, chiefs, and all the staff over unauthorized access to social media influencer Abib Amzat Adelaja, popularly known as Pella, to the palace. The Benin Traditional Council, in a statement by its secretary, Frank Irabo, attributed the sanction to breach of protocol and desecration of the sacred presence of the palace, which occurred on March 6, 2026. According to the statement, a palace staff member identified as Mrs. Omwemo has been detained by the Nigerian police and will be charged in court for allegedly causing a breach of the peace and abetting the unauthorized entry. If you know Pele very well, since this American streamer, made trips across Africa, he decided to start his own locally, traveling to one city or the other in the country, and now visiting Benin. The revered monarch there. Before you go before a king, especially a very revered one at that, and the king of Benin is not the one to toy with, and he paid a courtesy visit to the queen, but at this time, well, I think the thing is not going well. Well, queens have to be sanctioned, and some other traditional rulers due to these particular incidents. The young man himself has come to say, well, he may end, its trip across Nigeria. Maybe we go back to the southwest to continue, since the thing is causing trouble for him. Well, at this point, well, I wish him well. Moving away from that story.
And still on the Guardian newspaper, PDP plans for convention despite internal conciliation talks. The People Democratic Party has affirmed its readiness to proceed with its national convention slated for March 29th and 30th, despite ongoing reconciliation efforts within the party. Speaking at a pre-convention press briefing yesterday in Abuja, the National Publicity Secretary of the PDP Caretaker Committee, Jungudu Muhammad, outlined a comprehensive schedule at activities leading up to the convention, while reiterating that internal reconciliation would not disrupt the process. In the African Democratic Congress, ADC stakeholders have urged the party to zone its 2027 presidential ticket to southern Nigeria in a move to build a winning national coalition ahead of next year's general election. PDP's Mohammed said the Abuja briefing was aimed at acquainting Nigerians with preparation already in motion. According to him, the timetable begins with the publication of the members of the various convention committees.
Now let's move to Nigerian Tribune. Governor Soludo sacks all political appointees. Anambra Governor Chukwuma Soludo has directed all political appointees in the state to hand over the duties with immediate effect, barely 24 hours after his inauguration for his second term. The directive is contained in a circular issued on Wednesday by the Office of the Secretary to the State Government. A circular was signed by the Permanent Secretary, Office of the Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Nwabufo Nwako. According to the circular, affected appointees are to hand over to permanent secretaries or, in their absence, the most senior civil servants in the respective ministries, departments, and agencies. Of course, this is expected. It is trying to, of course, reshuffle its cabinet. It's a second term in office. Moving away from that story.
And back to the Nation newspaper. NSIA UK firm sue $496 million dairy farming due. The Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority and UK-based Asset Green Limited has patterned to establish a $496 million integrated dairy production and processing platform. The agri-industrial investment is expected to boost food security, modernizing farming, and expand Nigeria's dairy production capacity. The initiative, according to the statement by the United Kingdom High Command in Abuja, aimed to transform Nigeria's dairy industry. A memorandum of understanding signed in London paved the way for a massive agri-industrial project designed to strengthen food security and slash the nation's dependence on imported dairy products. For more on this, we have it on the Nation newspaper.
Now, still on Nigerian Tribune, National Convention date, sacrosanct, Wike-backed PDP, the People's Democratic Party Caretaker Committee, on Wednesday said the National Convention of the party slated for Abuja later this month will be held as scheduled. The faction of the opposition party backed by the FCT Minister Barrister Nyesom Wike disclosed that the party had concluded all the state congresses preparatory to the conduct of the convention, where a new national leadership is expected to emerge. Speaking at a pre-convention press briefing, the National Publicity Secretary of the Caretaker Committee, Jugodu Aruna Mohammed, also said the faction had not foreclosed reconciliation with the Tamil Turkey-led group in the party. However, said the conduct of state congresses was in line with the judgments of Justice James Omotosho delivered at the Federal High Court, Abuja. Hope PDP puts their heart together. But at the same time, well, I wish every political parties out there well, and we just hope that they don't eat up the polity. You know, it is necessary, because at the end of the day, we're all about governance, even if politics get us into the position we're seeking for.
As still on the Nation newspaper, Shatima visit Maiduguri blast victims. Vows stronger security push. Vice President Kashim Shettima yesterday visited victims of Monday night's multiple explosion in Maiduguri, is Borno's home state, assuring that the federal government would decisively confront the perpetrators. At the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, where some of the injured victims were receiving treatment, Shettima declared that the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration remained saluted in its commitment to ending terrorism in the country. He assured that the attacks would not weaken the government's determination to secure the nation.
Moving to the Punch, you know, you can join the conversation this morning before we go on the show. The number to call is 081-3237-1268. And thank you for all of your comments on our Facebook page. We'll take that before we leave the show. But you can also join the conversation this morning. Call 081-3237-1268. And back to the Punch. What's no news? The president is in the UK, and Nigeria, Britain set for fresh security alliance. The president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on Wednesday stated that the country's collaboration with the United Kingdom in addressing insecurity remained crucial, adding that he planned to discuss Nigeria's counter-terrorism initiatives and challenges to regional stability during his meeting with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer on Thursday. The president made the disclosure on Wednesday night at a state banquet hosted by King Charles III at Windsor Castle, making the first time a Nigerian leader has addressed a gathering at the historic British royal residence. Wednesday's dinner, which began at 9 p.m., was part of activities lined up for Tinubu's ongoing state visit to the United Kingdom. Okay, while we like to, you know, see all of this beautiful our events, of course, we look forward to, great partnership at this time. Well, one of the reasons President Bola Tinubu said is to ensure that he partner with the UK on fresh security alliance and all the sorts. And let's not forget, this is almost 4 decades a Nigerian leader will be hosted by UK, a monarch. Well, at this point, we hope this will not all be in the books. We want to see something that is collaborative and that will push our nation forward. Though people have criticized, President Bola Tinubu visiting the United Kingdom despite the trouble at home. On Monday, there was triple bombings in Maiduguri, and this called for concerns. But at this point, we know that insecurity has been one of the greatest challenges of our nation. Moving forward, we hope that one of the reasons presidents even visited the UK is to seek fresh security alliance. But this time, it's all a joint collectives. We have a call there. Hello? Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Comrade Joseph Oluwafunke.
Oh, thank you. Go ahead.
From Vicinity. I want to make a comment.
Okay, go ahead, sir. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, Vicinity FM.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
The reason why I made this call is that there is no ignorance in law and in action. The reason is this: when a country is moving forward, and there happened to be an incident, and an uncalled incident, an Augustus incident, and some people are laying claims that the president, which is making an historic movement for the development of the country, and for the acknowledgement of his vision for the past 37 years, since 1999 or so, since the inception of the democracy. It was only once that Nigeria had an interaction with the Britons at Wales in London. But the incident occurred, and the president is having rights and other security agencies that is looking at. Whereas underneath, without the knowledge and with the knowledge of some people, there are some some of these terrorists that have been groomed, that have been laid hand upon. I'm not saying destroyed, but there was an object action. They say in Yoruba language, they say "we laughing, we." So if they are keeping the security of this country, and there are some people that we are directly involved with our children, most of our children, instead of applauding them, we are laying claims. I mean, we are laying we are talking against the presidency. The presidency cannot see everything, but what we are praying for is that the president went to London to make an history, and at the same time promoting the image that have been dented of the country that he left. So we thank God for the recognition, but we knew that our military personnel, their security personnel, they are doing their best, and by the grace of God, they will neutralize. They will, if not completely, at least 75% of neutralization must go very soon, because we are getting to the root of the people. One key to basi onilu nisale odo. One ewe oju omi ki manjo. So if we don't have those people that are sabotaging the effort of the government or sabotaging within the community, Bono, most especially, we all hands must be on deck. Everybody should wake up for the security, because they are within. They are within the family. They are living with them. All these terrorists are living with them. They know them. And most of the military personnel know them. Until we cooperate with the personnel, we cooperate with the government. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. And I'm very sure in our lifetime, Nigeria will be okay. Ramadan Mubarak.
Yeah.
We are wishing every one of you a very best in the celebration.
Yeah, thank you so much. You've spoken so well, even though some people see it as politically motivated at this point and all of that. But we just hope that we can conquer this one great enemy, troubling our land. And moving away from that, medicine shortages loom amid U.S.-Iran conflict. There are growing concerns among stakeholders in Nigeria's pharmaceutical sector that the escalating conflict between the United States and Iran could trigger a shortage of essential medicines by disrupting drug imports and delaying the supply of active pharmaceutical ingredients needed for local production. They warn that the prolonged crisis could drive the cost of medicines and medical consumables nationwide. The stakeholders noted that although local drug manufacturers were currently absorbing rising production costs, disruptions in global supply chains, surging oil prices, and foreign exchange pressures may soon affect both the availability and affordability of essential medicines. Everything about Israel-US-Iran war is really quite disturbing, affecting everything pertaining to economy. And at this point, let me take the comments on our Facebook page before we call it a day. Well, this is a long read. Dr. Mrs. Uma Olebar from Owerri, like Jimmy Cleve sang, take a look at the mirror and tell me what you see. Well, Nigerians, take a look, moral, spiritual, and clinical look at our leaders at various levels of governance in this country and tell me what you see. And I remember when leaders, true leaders, were seen as second gods by their people when they were truth personified, whose pronouncements were accepted canons. How did we degenerate to this level? Well, that's something we should think about. When Joseph Oluwole Ojo, Comrade Joseph, you people fantastic, very fluent. Thank you. Have a blissful week. Ramadan Mubarak. Yes, and thank you for all of your comments and your contributions on the show this morning. Yes, I want to take this moment to say, well, Ramadan started right before our eyes. So is Lent. Well, Lent is not ending, but Ramadan is, and to all Muslim faithful out there, Ramadan may have come to an end, but do not forget that we should continue abiding and doing the biddings of Almighty Allah. And I know He wants you to be truthful to yourself and your nation. Thank you for making it a great time with us on the show this morning. I'm Oluwafunke, Israel, and it's a great day. Go out there and do the impossible. Let me take this moment to say thank you to our producer, Mujib Olakle, and our executive producer, Akolade Adekola. Bye for now.
Yeah, thank you for joining us this morning on our newspaper review. And I'm OYEDAYO FOLORUNSHO. Good morning.